Last of Us. What can be said that has not already been said about this game? Released on the PlayStation 3 in 2013 to much acclaim and fanfare, was ported 1 year later to the PlayStation 4 console. Is this game just a mere port, or is it something a little more? The story starts off in 2013. Joel is a single father living near Austin, Texas, with his 12-year-old daughter Sarah. One night, an outbreak of a mutant cordyceps fungus ravages the United States, which transforms its human hosts into cannibalistic monsters. As Joel, his brother Tommy, and Sarah flee the chaos, Sarah is shot by a soldier and dies in Joel's arms. In the following 20 years, much of civilization is destroyed by the infection. Survivors live in heavily policed quarantine zones, independent settlements, and nomadic groups. Joel works as a smuggler with his friend Tess in a Boston quarantine zone. They hunt down Robert, an arms dealer, to recover a stolen weapons cache. Before Tess kills him, Robert reveals that he traded the goods to the Fireflies, a rebel group opposing the quarantine zone authorities. The leader of the Fireflies, Marlene, promises to double their stolen cash in return for smuggling a teenage girl, Ellie, to Fireflies hiding outside the quarantine zone. Joel, Tess, and Ellie sneak out in the night, but after an encounter with a patrol, they discover Ellie is infected. Full infection normally occurs in under 2 days, but Ellie claims she was infected 3 weeks ago, and that her immunity may lead to a cure. The trio make their way to their destination through hordes of infected, but find that the Fireflies there have been killed. Tess reveals that she has also been bitten by an infected. Believing in Ellie's importance, Tess sacrifices herself against pursuing military soldiers so Joel and Ellie can escape. It is now up to Joel to get Ellie to the Fireflies so they can extract a cure from her, and that is just the tip of the iceberg for The Last of Us. The character development is fantastic, and the story is full of twists and turns all the way to the very end. This game was truly gripping and wonderfully entertaining all the way to the credits. The story gets a 5. The sound is truly enthralling. Every footstep, every gunshot, and the amazing score make this one of the prettiest sounding games in years. There was not one time where I felt the music was repetitive or annoying at all. In fact, I enjoyed every little bit of it. The sound gets a 5. Voice acting is an area where some games feel they can slouch off. Even by today's standards, a lot of titles really seem to get the shaft. But not in The Last of Us. The voices are crisp and clear and wonderfully acted. I truly believed every line was coming from the heart. Joel and Ellie's relationship bloomed with wonderful acting and dialogue. I only wish one time we would have heard Joel say, "Ellie, I'm sick and tired of your sass back." It's just a line that would have fit Joel so very well and would have gotten a really good laugh. The voice acting gets a 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're in the control room. Steve's about to start it back up. You want to come check it out?
I'd rather eat with Ellie.
It's my turn anyway. I'll go.
I'll come with you. Go with Maria. Get some food in.
Joel? Come on, Ellie. Let's give the boys some space. I'm sending...
The gameplay is survival horror at its best. The game feels an awful lot like Resident Evil 4, and I gotta tell you, that is a very good thing. The survival aspect is ramped up a lot more in The Last of Us than in most survival horror games. Melee weapons only last a few hits and ammunition is scarce. I used lots of melee attacks and used my guns only when needed. If you use this strategy, then you won't run out of ammo too fast. Along with the survival aspect, we are also treated to a great deal of stealth. Fighting humans can generally come off without a hitch using stealth takedowns. It's a bit harder with the infected. They hear every little sound, and lots of times Ellie will want to fire on them before you can even sneak around to take them all out, which makes it very difficult in some scenes. While difficult and rage-inducing, I have to say that the challenge is a lot of fun and does not ever get boring. While most games like this have little to no replay value, this game still packs a punch. The gameplay gets a 4.5. The controls complement the gameplay perfectly, from little things like shaking the controller to recharge your flashlight, to the shooting mechanics and everything in between. It all just flows together perfectly. This is another game where you cannot blame the controls if you make a mistake. And it's all on you. They are tight and respond wonderfully. The controls get a 5. The graphics are outstanding. While yes, I do understand that this is just a port from the PS3 to the PS4, it is instantly noticeable that the game has been given a serious facelift. While the graphics may not be on par with a game made specifically for the PS4, they still get the job done very well. With improved textures and an increased frame rate from 30 to 60 frames per second, this game is indeed a looker. The graphics get a 4.5. With an amazing story, beautiful sound, and wonderful voice acting, the narrative of this game truly takes over. Couple that with great graphics, sound, and gameplay, make for one game that is by far unforgettable. This game gripped my attention from the first frame all the way to the end of the credits. I am glad to say that I am giving The Last of Us the highest score I think I have ever given a game, with a 4.8 out of 5.
I swear.